What do we tell Dewey?
Up.
My son's name is Ian. He is 9 years old. He has been diagnosed with SYNGAP, which is a genetic condition that most commonly occurs with autism, epilepsy, and intellectual disability. And he has an autism assist dog named Dewey. Ian's autism presents a variety of challenges. He can get upset frequently.
No, we're not going to.
Generally, if Ian was getting frustrated with something emotional, and he might start with raising his voice, and then it would escalate.
So now we're able to utilize Dewey to help with that through his kisses that Dewey gives to Ian, through the visit cue where they just snuggle up together. And that is really helpful to break Ian's focus on what he was wanting and move on from it more easily. So we do have two pet dogs, Mabel and Luna, and Ian loves them and would constantly try to interact with them. But when he would try to give lots of hugs to our other two dogs, they didn't really love that. And so they would get up and move away. And so thankfully, the autism assist dogs are trained to accept the hugging, the playing with their ears, because that's also one thing that Ian absolutely loves to do, is play with Dewey's ears. It's kind of like a sensory fidget thing. And so Can Do Canines trained Dewey to kiss and lick Ian on cue. And that is the main source of redirection and calming.
Yes.
As someone who loves him, you're wanting to hear his needs and be able to meet his needs, and so a lot of that frustration comes from us just not being able to communicate.
Without the vocal request for help, I think we're more likely to see situations where Ian's getting upset, maybe yelling, starting to bite himself or hit other people. And sometimes that really leads caregivers or us to start guessing, like, are you hurt? Or do you want me to move away? Do you need help with something?
What do we say?
No, please.
Oh, he said move, please. Thank you for saying move, please.
He can bite himself to the point of breaking his own skin. He's had bruises and scabs on his legs. He has shredded his clothes from biting. Before we had Dewey, Ian could have upsets that lasted up to 2 hours. And that would wipe everyone out. But Ian's frequency of self-injurious behavior is much less, and the duration is much shorter now that he can be redirected and calmed and supported instantly.
What is your dog's name?
No, eight.
Yeah, Dewey is your dog's name. Nice job.
Ian previously wouldn't like to go to Target or into many places because it was probably a very stressful event.
Sometimes Ian would get really mad and there was no way to calm him down, and sometimes he'd just pulled out of the restaurant and we'd have to go chase him. It was pretty bad.
Eventually, that just wasn't fun. And it didn't really work well. So we ultimately just stopped doing those things.
And then once we got Dewey, it wasn't really much of a problem anymore because Dewey could just jump up and comfort him or just lay down. And then after that, Ian couldn't run off because he has a tether to Dewey.
All right, let's see what we're gonna find.
Dewey was placed with Ian in May of 2022, and we had a family vacation that was already planned to occur early June. So everyone in the family, my parents, our immediate family, our extended family, were just shocked and overjoyed that we were able to go out to eat at Al Johnson's in Door County, which they have goats on the roof. That's their big thing. And Ian was perfectly content to stay at the table with us. He was happy to be there with Dewey, and it was just an eye-opener on, wow, this is what life can be like for him and for our family.
When he's not dysregulated, he's just capable of so much more, as it is for all of us. If we can have a more calm, focused mind, we can advance. And I see that with Ian, that he's made huge advancements in his skills since Dewey's been in his life.
Dewey sleeps in the bed with Ian, and Ian, while he may still wake up in the middle of the night, he falls back asleep with Dewey. He doesn't need me or another adult to help him fall back asleep. And so that's been really wonderful for us to get more sleep. I take a photo every night of Ian and Dewey together because I love to document the bond that they have. And it comes through in those photos. I hope that Dewey will enable Ian to have a more fulfilling life. And I know that he will. For Ian, Dewey is his world. I mean, that's how I see it. He's everything to him.